Okay, guys, hello. We went ahead and we were trying to look at what Doxley would look like if she went into a radiant path.
Yeah.
So we leveled her up, we boosted her up to 5. That means she got a couple skill points, a couple attribute boosts on the way.
The standard stuff.
Just the standard stuff, but specifically the radiant things.
Yeah.
She spoke the words of her oath.
Yeah.
She's
got an oath in this one.
Yes, she is following her ideals.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about radiance and surges, kind of the magic system we touched on a little bit in the character creation video. So there are radiants, the radiant orders. They are granted abilities through Spren. Oh, I'm realizing.
Give him the quick hits.
The quick hits. When you get a radiant power, you bond with a Spren. This is like a being of sorts that you speak with and is like your own companion. There are 10 orders to the Radiance, 9 of them of which are playable, and they have sick names. You know, you got like Dustbringers, you got Willshapers, you got Edge Dancers, Truth Watchers. It's so cool. And they are each given a surge. There's 2 surges per order that kind of have some overlap. So you have the Windrunners, which have adhesion and gravitation surges, but then you have Skybreakers, which also have gravitation, but have division as well. So there's some overlap between orders, but everyone has its own unique too. And we decided she'd probably be a Willshaper out of all of the orders. And they have the specific surges of cohesion and transportation.
Let's go.
Very cool.
I think if you're also looking at the list of what kind of Knights Radiant you can be, the thing that helped me select it like pretty quickly was just looking at the philosophy behind each one.
Yeah.
The philosophy was definitely the thing that helped me like zero in on something without having to look through every skill tree and be like totally overwhelmed with options.
Yeah, that is the one thing that I would say I recommend in character creation is if you know a bit about the Radiant stuff as a player going into the story, even if your character doesn't know about Radiance or what they are. In this system, if you're like for a Willshaper, you seek freedom for yourself and for the people around you. If you're not playing a character that does that, you can't bond a Spren that is searching for someone that has those ideals.
Yeah.
You may be a Skybreaker instead. You hold up to the law and you see justice as paramount, so you're a Skybreaker. So if you want to go down a Radiant path, maybe have a bit of an idea what you're looking for in that process. And you can't just choose a class like in D&D, like I'll be a Warlock now. It's like, no, you have to work for this, you know, and prove yourself to these Spren and whatnot.
And oaths are like uncompromising, right? Like if you don't stick true to the oath,
the bond between
in the choices, the bond is threatened.
It's threatened, and that bond can break, and you lose the magic of the Radiance, and your Spren dies.
Oh God,
so,
don't do that.
Yeah, so it's like you're basically killing off your animal companion. It's okay for your character to falter and to not know how to follow through on certain oaths, and that's part of your character journey. The most important part is that you don't actively walk away from it. Yeah, you gotta follow through on those oaths. So you'll hear a lot of like life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. That's universal ideal and oath between all of the Radiants that you uphold. But then after that point, you are finding your own words about what matters to you. For the Windrunners, you know, you'll protect those around you, or beyond that, protect people that you hate, you know, things like that. You start getting deeper and deeper. And then the first ideal that every knight gets, you gain the ability to breathe in Stormlight. We haven't really touched on Stormlight, but you'll see that as the campaign goes on. It's kind of the thing that fuels this world, that makes the magic of this world what it is.
It's like a resource.
It's a resource. Enhance and regenerate in combat. Basically, every Knight Radiant gets a second wind, like a fighter.
Oh, sick.
So you can regenerate stuff back.
Okay.
Later on, as your bond deepens with your Spren.
Yeah.
So much so that you can regenerate from temporary or permanent injuries. Like there are rules in these combats where it's like people like lose arms, people lose legs. But as a Knight Radiant, if you've deepened that bond, you can regrow those aspects of yourself. Enhancing is an insane thing too. You get a +1 to, you can add to your strength and your speed. So that would be how you can boost up past 5.
Okay, cool.
You decided to go 3 steps into cohesion.
Yeah, not a traveler.
Not a traveler.
No.
So even though she is a Willshaper, at her current level and the skill trees that she's followed, she hasn't practiced her transportation. But For her cohesion ability, she's out of his house, bro.
Not unlike the skill trees that we had when I was turning level 1. This is a separate thing, but very similar in its construct, where there's 3 different, as Talon struggles, 3 different sort of tiers that you can select from after you select the initial category. And cohesion is one of those 3 skill trees. So I went there.
There's 2 paths for each surge, and then that third one is like deepening your bond with that creature. You and your sprint are still like surface level bond.
We're buds.
But you're buds. Yeah. Cohesion is given the surge of manipulating the earth and like crafting it to how you see it. The first step you took was stone spear. You create out of the earth, you pull it like earth bending style, some sort of earth giant rock. I don't know, would Doxley like craft an ornate spear? She'd probably be like, rock.
I think yes, that one.
Anything that you do with the surges costs investiture. This one takes 1 investiture to cast of the 4 you currently have, right?
Yeah.
You would make a cohesion attack. So that's underneath willpower, the willpower blanket. Kind of like if I was asking you to make a, what is that? Like a deduction test. This is a cohesion test to hit someone. So you just hurl this giant boulder into someone up to 60 feet away.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
You went further into cohesion, sinkhole. You are able to make the ground soft underneath someone. You test your cohesion versus their cognitive defense, and on success, the target sinks into the ground as immobilized completely within the earth. And to finish this off, this is a permanent buff called Through the Stone. You can use your surges as talents as though your reach is 20 feet. Before this level, if you're fighting someone right next to you, you could open up that sinkhole, sink, boom. But now,
like,
someone's 20 feet. I just want his head above ground,
actually. Him to go down.
Yeah. So that's the idea behind Radiance and surges. On to the next thing?
On to the next thing.
All right,
Let's go. All right, I now have a level 5 Doxley, fully realized. Wow. So now what we're gonna do in the next video is talk about a little bit of lore and just a little bit of other game mechanics that we'll be utilizing that we think are pretty unique to this system.
Yeah.
Does that cover it?
That covers it. It'll be boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Stick around for the boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.